All right, welcome to our podcast. Track is our field. We're glad to be here today. A lot of good track meets last week, a lot of great times, and a lot of great things are happening, and I know you're going to share that, Carl, here in a minute. First of all, we'd like to thank Tommy Howard, financial advisor with Edward Jones in Little Rock. You can reach him at 501-224-7699. Steve Qualls.
Steve Qualls at Design Lab. He's got a website, DESIN. Let me just call it designlablra.com. He's for all your school and corporate apparel and promotional needs. He'll fix you up.
As you can say, got the shirt, background, things that he's able to do, hoodies, all those type things. We appreciate it. And then, of course, Arkansas Track Coaches Association is taking care of us, and you can look on their website at artrackcoaches.com. And we'd also like to thank the Lakeside Broadcasting class and Miss Dodd.
Yes.
We want to thank her, J.C. Dodd. We'd like to thank her for allowing us to come into their sets and do this. And we have people behind the cameras that take care of our ugly mugs so you can see us, and we want to thank them as well. Well, got a guest speaker today. Carl, tell us who it is.
We got Henry Apple. He is a sports writer for the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, and we want to talk track and field with Henry. Henry, welcome to our podcast.
Hey, a pleasure to be with two great friends of mine over the years. Loved always to sit down and talk track with both of you guys.
Well, we're going to do that right now. So, Henry, tell us a little bit about your journey as a journalist, and particularly in the sport of track and field.
Well, Carl and Don, I started sports writing in 1985. At the young age of 20, and I was stringing for a newspaper in Russellville. 2 years later, I became the sports editor of the West Helena Daily World, and then it just kept mushrooming from there. Now, as far as track, in my early years, I covered some track, but to be honest, I really didn't know that much about it. I could just see the results and okay, this guy plays first, this guy plays second, la-da-da. It wasn't until 1997, while I was a sports writer at the Sentinel Record in Hot Springs, that year we had a new hire in the sports department by the name of Corey Geiger. And before Corey come along, I covered baseball, but I knew he liked baseball too. And to be nice and be a gentleman about it, I said, hey, let Corey take on baseball, and I will venture into the world of track and field. And you two found out about it, and I know we spent many a phone conversations together night after night. Bob Weisner used to get on to me for talking track when I should have been focusing on other things, but hey, it got my knowledge up to where it is today, and it just continued to grow. I mean, I really started getting serious about track, and when I took on this devotion to track and field, the first meet I covered happened to be the Jessieville Lion Relays, and saw a guy by the name of Kenny Evans clear 7'1" 3/4 in the high jump there. Yeah. And went to go do the story. And then his coach tells me the story that he did it in borrowed shoes. And no, this makes the story too easy to write. And it just kept going from there.
Yeah, I remember when you came here, Henry, and you did Corey a favor, but really you ended up on the better end of the deal because you got to cover track and field.
Well,
yeah, I took it on, and I hear people tell me this, tracking, all they do is run around the track and ovals or something like that. Isn't that a little boring? I said, have you not ever just sit there and studied a race? Now, I know the sprints are a little bit too quick, but sit there and watch the mental aspect of an 800-meter race or a 1,600 and a 3,200-meter race. that's when it gets interesting. I said, hey, plus you got pole vault, you got hurdles, high jump, long. There is such a variety. You're bound to find something good that you like about it.
I agree. It's something always going on good at a track meet.
Well, Henry, being in Northwest Arkansas, and I know the whole state, we've got good track and field, but you're up there with Fayetteville, the Bentonville West. What's the Providence? What are they?
Providence Academy.
And that's seeing some outstanding athletes. I mean, you've got your pick right now to go watch some outstanding track and field, but then you get to write about it. Do you do more writing of a student athlete, or you talk about programs? What is your most love in writing an article? Is it about a kid, or is it about the team aspect of it?
It's about mostly the kid, because if you ever follow my writing about track, and if you've ever watched me at a track meet, I'm not going to just sit up there in a press box and just watch. I'm going to go down on the field, and I'm going to look for a great story to tell. And that's been sort of my mantra in track. Find a great story and tell about it. You know, whether it's Kenny Evans jumping 7'1" in borrowed shoes, or other things where, hey, this one person needed to do such and such in order for their team to win a state championship, and write about it and find out, hey, what caused you to do this? Or did you even know what you had to do before this race was about to transpire? And the kids love it. You know, they love to, hear stories like this rather than just the team aspect about it. Granted, yes, it is a team sport, but a lot of it is individuals.
Right. Well, Henry, there are a lot of great stories to be told, and I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think a lot of our writers around the state could take a lesson from you in writing about these great athletes around the state, and that are very deserving of some coverage and promoting the sport. And you've been promoting the sport by doing that, and I, for one, appreciate you promoting it through covering all these athletes and teams.
Yeah, and just to let you know about, what beholds me in the next few days, I'm scheduled Thursday to cover the 6A West Conference track meet. A week later, I do this Class 6A state meet, and then I'll drop down and do the decathlon and heptathlon at Fayetteville. So the month of May, I've got plenty on my table for the next few days. But, hey, it's enjoyable. It's crazy at times, but it's enjoyable a lot of the times.
Well, Henry, I know every year at the end of the year you do a Northwest Arkansas outstanding athletes and those type things. What do you look for that kind of, maybe your staff up there, what do y'all kind of rank those kids? Are you looking at times? Are you looking at the places they finish throughout the year? What do y'all look for to nominate those kids to be outstanding track athletes?
A lot of it comes from, of course, we look at the times, but we also look at, sometimes, between two great distance runners. Like last year, I think I had to choose between Matthew Shelley or Alan Gallardo Lopez. I went back and I studied and went and said, okay, what did these two guys do head to head? And another thing is I like to study what did they do in crunch time. When the conference title or the state title or meet of champs title is on the line or a state record is on the line, how did they perform when the rubber meets the road, so to speak? And a lot of times that speaks louder to me than what, they might have done at some, invitational relays. What did you do when the going got tough?
Right. Well, that's a good thing you're doing by honoring those athletes. They're very deserving, and I think more of the areas of our state could do that as well.
Yeah. And it's sort of like what I say. If they would just sit back and just take some interest in the sport, I did it, and come to find out, I liked it a lot more than I thought I did. And now to this day, yes, I will tell people football is my first love. I'll agree to that. Whether it's high school or college football, that's my first love when it comes to sports. But when it comes to number 2, I said that's when I start breaking away a little bit. I said if I have my choice as a sports writer, give me a track meet over anything else. I'll take it gladly.
Well, we like to hear that, Henry. Like we could get online and follow you on Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, and I know there's a lot of good things that you guys are doing, and we appreciate all that. And also, I hear that there may be some award you're getting this summer at the Arkansas Track and Field Hall of Fame. Is that correct?
I've been told that. Now, I'll let Carl mention it.
Carl?
Yeah, you are receiving the Meritorious Service Award for all your efforts and writing about the sport of track and field. So
yeah, and
very well deserved.
I am truly honored to be getting something like this. I know when John Stewart called me about it, when he first called, I looked at the phone number. Of course, when I look at the phone number first, I don't know who this is, so I'm not going to answer it. And I just let it go to voicemail,
Right.
And he says, I need to talk to you about the Arkansas Track Hall of Fame. I said, okay. So I called him back, and that's when he hit me with it, and I was a little dumbfounded at the time. I didn't know really what to say about it, and to this day, I still don't really know, except that, it's truly an honor and a privilege that, that these people with the Arkansas Track Hall of Fame is looked at me and said, hey, he's deserving of such an honor.
Well, you are deserving of it for what you've done. And, Henry, well, we know you will, to continue your coverage of track and field in Arkansas, which is here promoting it. And there's certainly a lot, as I've said before, a lot of deserving athletes that need this recognition. And people need to find out what they're doing because it's awesome. We're going to cover that in a few moments.
Well, Henry, just a question for you. I heard at the state indoor meet that Henry Apple from Village Academy was needing at the shot put. Was that your son that was supposed to report to the shot put for Village Academy?
I'm not sure about this guy. He pops up every once in a while, and the thing of it is, it couldn't be my son because my mom always told me there was no way there could be 2 Henry Apples on the world at the same time because the world couldn't handle it.
Well,
I couldn't name my son one of my sons Junior. So
Yeah, it's a mystery about the whole Village Academy thing. They keep popping up and doing all kinds of great things. So look out for them.
Well, Henry, we appreciate you taking time off your busy schedule to talk to us here on the podcast, and we're excited about seeing you this late May for the Arkansas Track and Field Hall of Fame. Very deserving of the award for your efforts that you put into track and field, and I'm glad that Track and Field Hall of Fame members decided you were that person, and well-deserved, and look forward to seeing you some more this spring, brother.
Yeah, hopefully, whether it's the decathlon, heptathlon, I don't know if you guys will be heading up here for this or one of the, of course, I'm doing the 6A state meet. I don't know if you guys will be heading up there, but hey, as long as I'm up here and the coverage will be in good hands.
Yep.
And we know it will be.
That's right, Henry. And I will see you at the Meet of Champs because I'll be the referee on that one. So look forward to seeing you then.
Okay, sounds good, Carl.
Thanks again, Henry.
All right. You guys take care.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
That's
All right.
Henry Apple, the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette in Northwest Arkansas. Again, if you can get online and read his articles this time of year, he does a great job of covering track and field. I hate it's just Northwest Arkansas. I wished it was statewide, but that's where he is, and hopefully maybe someone in Central Arkansas will take the bull by the horns and start doing a little more coverage in Central, because we've got kids in Little Rock and Cabot and Russellville and Hot Springs area and Southwest Arkansas, and they need to be picked up and hopefully. But we do thank Henry for all of his hard work. Man, all-time best state record potentials coming up in this next week. This week with Senior High Conference, then the next week with state meets. Carl, I know there's a lot of information out there, and let's just talk a little about some of the all-time best that have happened this year.
That's right.
That's going on. Some records have been there a while, have been broken this year.
Yes.
And the potential of what could happen in the next few weeks.
Yep, I've said it before. I keep harping on it. Track and field is alive and well in Arkansas. It's better than it's ever been. And first off, I want to clarify what some records are. The Arkansas Activities Association, which sponsors the state championships every year, they have kept for 100 years or more state meet records. That's all they keep. They have the Class A through 6A records, and they have the Meet of Champions record, and they have the overall records. Those records can be set in those state meets, Meet of Champs, only in the Meet of Champs. The overall records, either of those, either the Class 1A to 6A state meet or the Meet of Champs. That's all they do. They don't get the overall best, which are often set at the postseason meets when athletes get an opportunity to go compete against some great athletes around the country. And a lot of our overall best are better than the overall state meet record. So I'm going to talk to you about some of these today. Like in the boys, there are 9 events that have athletes that have reached the top 10 of the all-time best. Now, that's pretty hard to hit the top 10 in Arkansas.
Yes, sir.
For over 100 years of athletes. So to get that, it tells you something. And 12 performances. So let me run down some of those. In the 800-meter run, Carter Beasley of Bentonville has run 152.44. That ranks number 8 at all-time best. The overall state meet record is 151.52.
That could go down.
That could go down. That's just a state meet record. The overall record is, I don't have that down, but it's 151.15, I believe, something like that. Matthew Shelley in the 1,600-meter run has run 408.74. That ranks number 5 in the overall list, but the state meet record's 409.48. So there are 5 or 6 people that's better than the 409.48, and that was set by Lopez last year as a sophomore.
Yes.
So he's not run that fast yet, but he'll be there. So we're looking for some great competition coming up there. No telling how many people are going to go under 410. Matthew Shelley also has the number 1. We talked about him last week. 8:48.76 from Bentonville. He's number 1 all time. The state meet record, overall record, is 9:10.04. He's almost not in the top 10 in the overall best, but that's a state meet record. Owen Kelly, we interviewed last week. He's number 2 overall with 8:52 and change. Bentonville's 4x800 relay, 7:39.77, which is a little slower than they ran indoor, is number 1 all time. The overall meet record is 7:46.36. So they've already bettered that. In the long and triple jump, we got Trenton Haygood of Camden Fairview. He has jumped 24.4, number 5 on the all-time list. The state overall meet record is 24.8. He also has jumped 49.2 in the triple jump, number 3 all-time. The state overall meet record is less than that, 48.9 3/4. So you can see the overall records. That's at least 4, 5, the 800 included, in danger of getting broken this year at the state meet. And some are already better all time.
So like the Camden Fairview, that's the state 4A is 24.8.
No, that's the overall record.
Overall, the whole state.
Overall
in any
meet
division.
record. Overall meet record.
In any division.
Right.
Okay, so
Now,
yeah.
again, that's overall meet record, but the overall best is better than that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Then there's the discus. Eli Jones has got the shot in discus. He's tied for number 1 in the best ever in the discus with 195.2, which is better than the overall meet record of 187.11. So that record's in danger.
And discus has really been down not just, but to finally have somebody step up and rip it out there like that's incredible.
Yes, and there's some others in it.
Right.
The other guy's in the 170s, so
Yes.
he's not the only one.
Right.
He's thrown a shot put 61.9, that ranks him number 6 overall. He's a little ways from the overall record of 65.10.5 by Paul White of 1974. In the pole vault, we have Zachary Daugherty, 17-footer from Mountain Home. He's number 7 all time. Kircher Herring is 16.9.5 from Russellville. He's number 9 all time. Noah Stack of Lake Hampton, 16.8. He's tied for number 10 with his coach, Morgan Sanders. And the state overall meet record, 17.3 1/4, Hayes Farmer from Lake Hamilton. So the state overall meet record is in danger there as well. That's the guys. Girls is more even the girls. The girls, my goodness, 13 events. there's in the top 10, and 21 performances in the top 10. 100-meter dash, Area Hunt, 1185 from Warren. She's number 6 all time. The overall meet record is 1173. Desiree, I'm not sure how you say that, Riley, from Siloam Springs. She has got the top time in the 200 and the 400, 24:56, number 9 all time, and 55:48, number 2 all time. The state overall best and meet record is 55:54. So that's in danger. Malaya Johnson has run 2:10:15 from Rogers. She's number 3 all time. The overall meet record there is 2:06:44 by Katya Kostaskaya.
Foreign exchange student from Russia.
Running for Jonesboro. In the 1600, we have 4 girls that are in the top 10 all time.
Wow.
Gabby Bishop, 4:44:87 is number 1. Lily of Providence Academy. Lily Bashirs of Rogers, 4:49:14 is number 2 all time. Anna Scudder from Rogers, 4:56:34 is number 5 all time. Maggie Bishop, younger sister of Gabby, 4:56:49 of Providence, number 6 all time. Number 2, 1, 2, 5, 6 are in the 1600 this year. The 3200, Gabby Bishop also has a 10:10:61, number 1 all time. The state overall meet record is only 10:40.35.
That should go down unless they're trying to figure points and
let's
save her
place.
legs. Yeah.
Yes. Lily Bashirs is number 2 at 10:49:63. Maggie Bishop is 10:49:68. They're the 6 and 7 all time. Anna Scudder from Rogers, 10:53:26, number 9 all time. Elizabeth Scudder, 10:57:36, number 10 all time. I was wrong. 5 of the top 10 are this year.
That's just, again, Carl, that's just incredible. I mean,
tell me the track's not
I was going to say, everybody, well, the track's dead. Well, I'm afraid not.
No, alive and well. 100-meter hurdles, Solora Kozar, 14:08 from Fayetteville, number 3 all time. State overall meet record is 13:92. She also has the best time in 42:27 in the 300 hurdles, number 2 all time by Katya Kostaskaya. Izzy Satania, 43:99. She's number 5 all time.
That name's Satania. She got a brother?
Yes, that's it. That's her. In the 4x1, El Dorado's run 47:83, number 9 all time. Overall record's 47:09. 4x800, we mentioned him before, Rogers, 9:11:81, number 1 all time. The state overall meet record is 9:17:74. So they've got this overall best, but they haven't got the meet record. Angel Plummer in the long jump from Lake Village, Lakeside, number 7 all time. 20 feet 1 inch is the state overall meet record.
19.6 is what she jumped this year.
Yeah, 19.6. Jane Masengwa, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that lady, from Bentonville. She's the number 1 in the shot and discus. She's number 5 all time in the discus, 142.3, and she's number 4 all time in the shot, 44.10.
Well, this to me, Carl, folks, if you're around Gurdon, Arkansas, you're around Valonia, Arkansas, other meet 6A's at
6A is at Bentonville West.
I mean, if you're up northwest Arkansas, you definitely need to go up there because a lot of these people we talked about will be running in that state track meet.
Yep. And then you got Valonia is the 5A meet. Both those are on Thursday. On Tuesday, you're going to have Gurdon with the 1 and 2A.
Heber Springs.
Heber Springs is 4A, and AAA is Prescott.
Well, I was going to say, folks, you need to get out and watch those meets. Kind of last week, we're kind of getting towards the end of this and running over. We talked about maybe talking about a workout and for coaches. And the one that I loved the most at Bobby Richardson of CrossFit, and I was in the back of a van as we were going to Indianapolis, and there was a bunch of knowledge, and I was a young pup back there. And every time we went, I'd write this workout: four flights of 4 flights, 4 heats of 4, 200s, an oxygen debt workout.
Yeah.
And early in the year, let's just say, boys, girls, whatever, let's just say we're going to run that first 200s in 40. And you get a minute recovery. So we go 40, 40, 40, get a minute recovery between each. Got a minute recovery between the next set. We come out, and then we go 38. 38, 38, 38 with 45 seconds recovery. And then 45 seconds between the sets. The third one, we go 36, 36, 36, 36. With 30 seconds rest. Then the last 4, we're going in 34 with 15 seconds recovery. Well, I was talking to kids about oxygen debt, and we want to get our body getting used to that. But when my kids couldn't make it, say if we were in the third set of those 4 and they didn't hit the time, they were done.
Stopped. Yeah.
And that challenge, they got excited. But 800 kids, quarter milers, great workout for them. And then as the year got on, instead of starting at 40, we might have 36, 34, 32, 30.
Right.
You know,
on the ability of the athlete.
Right.
Yeah.
But we brought those down, and some of those kids that couldn't, at 40 and that, as they got to that, then I'd drop it 2 seconds.
Right.
But challenge them. But those kids, we'd talk about it, and then the races, they would start seeing the difference. When they hit that oxygen debt, their bodies were used to it, and those kids that hadn't trained that way.
Right.
And I know over at Bryant, he told me, gone brain dead on his name, coach there at his 800. He started doing his kids, and he said, man, our 800 times, Westbrook's, Danny, their times came down. But that's one of those workouts you might want to look at next year is 4 sets of 4 200s. You set, minute recovery, 45, 30, and 15. And like I said, when a kid can't do it, pull them out. And that'll challenge them. They want to, believe it or not, kids want to get there because they want to prove that they can do those workouts. But it's a great way of doing that. Carl, I know we're about out of time. Anything else you'd like to share?
You want to give one of my favorite workouts real quick?
Yeah.
Very similar in a lot of ways here, and it's more of a middle distance and distance runner. It's a step down workout, we call it, and I have a chart for them to try to go for. And the chart was to go straight across on that chart, which means getting a little faster each time. Started with a 1,600-meter run. You had 5 minutes rest, and you wanted to do that 1,600-meter run at 3,200-meter pace. And then you get steadily faster. And the 1,200 was next. Had 5 minutes rest, 1,200. 4 minutes rest, 800. 3 minutes rest, 600. 2 minutes rest, 400. 1.5 minutes rest, 300. 1 minute rest, 200. And you're steadily getting faster.
Yes, sir.
And that teaches those athletes, it prepares their body to go faster, even with less rest. And it's a great workout, really, for all the way from a 2-miler to a half-miler. So.
Well, again, this week we've got track meets all over the state as far as district meets. You can find out those. State meets will be next week. Going, like I said, we've got Harrison, Pocahontas, Magnet Cove, Mansfield, Jessville, Ashdown, Waldron, Farmington, Rockwell, Mena, Equipment, England, Caddo Hills, Lincoln, Ball Knob, McGee, Gentry, Pocahontas, Nashville, Benton, Eureka Springs, Pocahontas, Mountain Home, Heber Springs, Monticello, Pocahontas again, and Valonia. All those are hosting conference meets this week.
Yeah, Pocahontas is hosting some different classes.
But they're there, and we're down to about 2 minutes left to go here, so we're going to end this. Again, we want to thank Tommy Howard, financial advisor at Edward Jones in Little Rock, Steve Qualls, Design Lab in Hot Springs, Arkansas track coaches, and Lakeside Broadcasting Class. We want to thank them for what they do. Again, we thank you for watching. Hit subscribe. Even if you don't want to watch us anymore, hit subscribe, so that'll get us out there a little bit more. We hope to be able to bring in, looks like we've got some University of Arkansas coaches, Arkansas State University coaches coming to talk to us in the next few weeks, and Harding University. So stay tuned for that. And again, track is our field. Go out and watch a track meet this week.
Thank you.